Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Morning.
Good. I'll wait just for 2 minutes. I think most of you are here. Just 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we'll start. Okay. Okay, I think we'll begin. So everybody back and neck straight. Close your eyes. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah.
Okay. Back and neck straight. Close your eyes. And just start watching your breath. Giving your mind a few deep breaths to just calm down and relax. And now prolong your inhalations and exhalations. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. We'll chant Om 3 times, followed by 3 Shantis. Take one deep inhale for Om. Shanti. Prepare your mind for today's class. Join both your palms together in front of your chest and rub both the palms together. Place them over your eyes. Slowly, while blinking and looking at your palms. Look at your eyes. Namaste to everyone. So, we'll begin today's class with another game. I'll share my screen. So, this game is called categories. Okay. So there will be, like, when I display my screen and I start the time, you will see 10 categories, and you will see one letter on the side of the screen, and you have to name at least one thing in one category. Like, you have to name one thing in each of the categories within that time limit. Okay. So Jagruti ji, I'll repeat the rules of the game. So we are playing category today. So when I'll share my screen, you will see, like, that 10 categories are displayed on the screen. Yeah. And there is a letter on the side of the screen, and you have to name one thing in each of those categories which starts with that letter. Okay. So wait. So you have 90 seconds. Okay. And your letter is L, so I'll start your time. So all of you just start writing it down. Yeah.
So can we speak?
No, you have to write this down, like in all 10 categories. One thing. Okay. So your time is up. Were you able to complete all the categories? No? Okay. I'll give you additional 30 seconds.
No, I don't know at all.
You don't know at all. Okay, like in diet foods, like, or maybe in celebrities and
Like history events and footwear. I don't know what's from L. So
okay, it's okay. It's all right if you were able to do like as many as you were able to do.
yeah.
We'll discuss once. I'll give 30 more seconds.
So
Okay.
any letter we have to write.
Sorry,
Any letter starting with
L. You have to
T letter.
write. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think we'll stop. It's okay. As many categories as you have finished. It's good. Yeah. So if you guys want to write it down in the chat box, I think that would be better. Like, so write your response in the chat box. So I'll just say the name of that category and then you just write it down in the chat box. Okay. So the first one, things at a carnival. So just type it, what you wrote.
So is it for each category we need to provide a word? Or-
Yeah. Yeah. Technically, yes. But if you're not able to, that's okay.
Okay. I thought just one would be enough.
Oh, no, no, no. Okay. So things at a carnival. So have you guys written? Just share it in the chat box. I'll stop sharing my screen. Oh, very nice. Very good. Sujit ji, anything you've mentioned in this category? Okay. So I'll move to the next category, which was footwear.
I don't know. L footwear.
Okay. Okay, so no responses as of now. Okay, so next category, things that have stripes. Just write it down in the chat box if you've written an answer. Otherwise, I'll move to the next one.
It doesn't have stripes, but it has patches, so I wrote that.
Oh, very nice. Interesting. Okay. Gifts or presents? Lamp, very nice. Oh, lollipop. Okay. Laughing Buddha, very nice. Creative. Okay. Things that you see at the zoo.
Oh, I didn't. I missed this category.
Okay, no worries. Okay. So the next category is diet foods. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. So your next category was historic events. I think this was a pretty tough one.
Very tough.
I still wrote something.
Mhm. Oh, wow. Okay.
No, anything.
Okay. So types of weather.
I don't know.
Mhm. Okay. I'll move to the next. Presidents. Mm. Okay. Very nice.
Okay.
Okay. And the last is celebrities. It's okay. These are they. Oh, wow. Amazing. Okay. Let's see the hand. Oh, wow. Okay, so we'll do one more round. So Omkarji, we're playing this game called categories, and basically a letter will appear on the screen, and then 10 categories will be given to you, and you have to name one thing with that letter in the said categories. Okay,
Yeah.
and there is a time limit. So I'll share my screen again.
So this is third round or second round now?
This is second round.
Second round.
I'll just share my screen.
Same game we are playing, no?
Yeah, same game. So I'll start your time.
Food.
Okay, time is up. Okay, so again, we'll go again. So your first category was names used in the Bible. This is a tough one once again. Like these are randomly
I
generated.
haven't read it.
Oh wow.
I don't know, but I am guessing because there are sounds. There must be women.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, very creative, I would say. Daniel. Okay, this was also new. Wow. Okay, so I'll move to the next category. So websites. Dictionary.com. Oh, Diet Food is a website.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
My screen is hanged actually.
I think if you randomly write also, that would be some website, I guess. Like there are lots.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised in
Yes,
today's time.
any word with the.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. So the next category is things found in a hospital. Doctor's room. Okay. Laboratory. Nice. Oh wow, Dettol.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. I'll.
Detergent.
Did you write something? Like.
I was same guessing the detergent. Nothing else comes in the mind.
Okay. So math terms. Wow. Okay. Nice. I remembered my 12th when I saw the word differentiation.
Doing a lot these days.
Oh.
Come up with that word.
Okay. Yeah. Direct. Nice. Okay. Okay. So our next term is our next category is car parts. Just 1 second. Driving seat, door, diesel engine. Nice. Okay. So our next category is toys. Dollhouse, doll. Nice. Okay. So next is computer programs. Duck. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't remember.
That's okay. That's okay. So the next one is ethnic foods. I think this was like okay level. Dalia, dal bati food. Nice.
Sorry, no, no, what is next one?
Ethnic foods.
Skip. I have no terms in common.
Okay. Great. Dolda. What is that? Dolda. What is that?
It is a sweet dish.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which part? Like which part of India?
Uh, I'm from UP, Lucknow. So here we get, we know by this name, Dodla. It is a sweet, like burfi in shape and brown, dark brown in color.
Okay. Okay. Great. So next is reptiles.
Uh, is duck an amphibian? I don't know. I have written that.
I don't think so. I think dinosaurs would
Dinosaurs?
win this. Like that is what I put. Like the first thing that came to my
Yeah,
mind.
I mean the animal names were there, but I don't know if they fall under amphibian or
Yeah. Okay. So last category is reasons to make a call. This is going to be very interesting. I want to see your responses. Discussion. Okay. Only one response. This was quite interesting. I would say I would call someone to debate.
yeah. Maybe I'm the only one making calls here, yeah?
No, no, no. I think it's the letter restriction which is like,
Because I'm feeling dull, so that's why I'm calling.
oh yeah, see? Nice. Okay, so I'll close the game. We'll start with today's topic. Okay, so yesterday we were discussing Hatha, what it is, and we discussed Hatha Pradipika. Okay, one of the major texts. So today we are going to do the other major text, which is Gherin Sahita. Okay. Mm. So I think I explained why these procedures are given in this like form for Hatha Pradipika. So the reasoning for all of them, like for their order, is very like relevant. Yeah. And this text is basically like uh, older than the one we're going to discuss now. Okay. So after this, like when the times changed.
Uh,
Mhm.
Sorry, one doubt. Yeah, Nada Anusandhana is like Nada yoga, right? Means the sound techniques, right? Or something else.
Yes.
Sound techniques, right?
Yeah, it's given very much in detail, like what type of sound you will hear, and all of these things are given in depth in this chapter.
Is it particularly for the singers or people who are in singing or like a lecture field or like that?
No. So in Nadhanusandhan, it's like hearing the sounds, like that
Huh.
is what the technique is. So uh, so
We can,
when Mhm.
yeah, maybe like we can even meditate while hearing the sounds or songs, right? That can
These
be one
must
of.
be different variations, but like the technique given in Hatha Pradipika is not that. Okay, so it's like listening to the. They basically try to make you get connected with the sound that is going on in the universe. Okay, and then there are different stages when you hear that sound. There are different stages that have been talked of. So like Om you would have heard, and everybody says it's the universal sound. So this sound is going on all the time, and everything was formed because of this sound. So we can say it's like trying to understand and connect with the sound. Yeah.
So in modern times, sound healing is going on. So is it part of this?
No, so this technique, the one given in Hatha Pradipika, is totally different. Like all of these have come up because of the modern demands, like, and because we are not able to connect at such a subtle level. Yeah, because this sound, the sound that has been talked of in Nadanusandhan is very subtle. So right now, because even our body is not clean, all of these things, when all of these barriers are removed, then our concentration, our understanding of things becomes very subtle. Yeah, but right now, because we are not able to do that, so things like having external music and connecting with it, and sound healing, all of these things are more like relevant for our time today.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, fine.
so we'll move to Gerin Sahita. So the author was Gerin Miller, and this is in the form of a conversation. So style of text is and the timeline I can say is the 17th century. Okay, and in this text we see that Saptang Yoga is talked about. Okay, so what are the seven, like there are 7 chapters. Okay, so now with the changing of time, you will see how the practices also changed. Okay, so earlier we had 4 chapters and that was it. Now we have 7 chapters. Okay, so Shatkarma, Asana, uh, Shatkarma, Asana,
Dharna nahi hai isme, dharna.
so Dharna is given in, I think, one of the chapters only, but it's not a separate chapter.
So here the only difference is there is no yam and niyam, right, at the start. Otherwise, almost everything is similar.
Yeah, pretty similar to Ashtanga. But in this text, it's like a lot of
Also,
techniques.
one more thing. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was just telling you that in this text, like in asana, you will find a particular number of asanas. In pranayam, you will find 8 pranayams. All of these things are given. But as per Patanjali ji, like asana just meant one posture in which you can sit comfortably and for a long time. So this is a very big difference between Hatha Yoga and Raj Yoga, or we can say Ashtanga Yoga. There, when he talks of asanas or pranayama, he has very different meanings to all of those things.
According to Rishi Patanjali, I think pranayam is only nadi shodhan, no? Is
So
it?
it's not Nadi Shodhan. It is uh, initially he talks of Purak, Kumbhak, and Rechak. Yeah, and then he talks of a fourth pranayam, which is 𝐾𝐵𝐿.
𝐾𝐵𝐿.
So there are 4 pranayams that he has given, but that is in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, that is different.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Omkarji, you were saying?
Yeah, so actually, I always have this one doubt and not clear about this from Patanjali Sutras also and from here also, right? The pratyahara, right? Pratyahara is like a withdrawal of the senses, right? So how it is different from the yam part where vairagya is defined, right? That you have to be detached from everything, and you should have a sense of you can say, yeah, detached from everything, not interested in worldly things, and a desire towards spiritual or God. So how it is different from pratyahara? Also same, right? Withdrawal of senses means you don't have to indulge into sense pleasures, right?
Yeah, so
So what
in
is the difference?
so that is like a way of existing in the society. The yama and niyama, the yama part and niyama part is your own, like we can say, set of rules for your own self, personal self. But pratyahar is a part where right now, like when we start with yam and niyam in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, so we are developing with yam and niyam mental strength, yeah. And then you go into like when the energy, like when you sit in a stable posture, now the energy is like we can say we have all the energy in the body. Then we go into pranayam where we are like working on that energy, right? And after that, these are all processes which are connected to like what, like we can say this comes under bhairang yoga, yeah. So all of my like my internal journey has started, but then dharana, dhyana and samadhi is like the total internal journey where I will just like, you know,
Okay, understood, understood.
so
That was
bridging the
mostly
gap.
from, yeah, yeah. That was mostly from our external view, and this is now when you're doing sadhana, you should be okay. Sorry.
You withdraw your senses, you are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not engaged with the senses. In yam and niyam, like I'm still existing in the society, and I'm still like, I'm not saying when you do pratyahar you don't exist in the society, but it's a way of interacting with the external things, yeah. But when you go into
Okay.
pratyahar,
Thank you.
you're cutting off, yeah. So that inward action like process is what pratyahar is. Okay. Okay, so we'll come back to this. So Saptang Yoga has been talked of in 𝐴𝐴 Samhita. So the concept of Ghat Shuddhi is very important. Like this is a concept which you will find only in 𝐴𝐴 Samhita, and he has emphasized very much on this part. Like Ghat. Normally speaking, we can say that it's the body, but it is more than the body. So yesterday I told you about the 5 sheets of the body. So it's working on all the levels. So purifying, shuddhi means purification. So purification of all the we can say not just the body but other layers of the body as well, yeah. And that is when you are able to go into deeper practices. So he has emphasized on this part where you need to uh, clean and detoxify the gut, okay. And then he has first started with Shat Karma, okay. In Hatha Pratipika you will find that asana is being talked of first, and then when pranayama starts, before pranayama starts, there is a portion which is given to Shat Karma, okay. So they say that if your Vat, Pitta and Kapha are not balanced after asana practice, then you will go into Shat Karma practice before pranayama, okay. But here the order was a little bit different. With the changing times, they saw that okay, right now first the detoxification of the body is necessary even before you go into asanas. So Shat Karma practices are given. So there are 6 Shat Karma practices. I will write down the names of all of them because yesterday I didn't. So there is uh, dhoti, basti, neti, ratak, noli, and kapalbhati. these 6 practices were talked of in Hat Pradipika also. Like here, just more categorization was given. Like, so now I can do Neti in this and this form. Then I can do Tratak in this form. Kapal Bhati in this form. Okay. So a lot of, like, you will find a lot of Shat Karmas in when you come to 𝐏𝐻𝐿 Samhita. Okay. Then even the number of asanas now increased. Okay, so there are 32 asanas in this text. So now that same, like, to reach that same level, the body needs more processes, we can say, or more physical practice to reach that same level where I can go ahead and go into my further practices. Okay. Then, and here he has changed the order a little bit. According to him, after asana, you should go in mudra and bandh. Okay. According to Hat Pradipika, after pranayam, you go into mudra and bandh. After which you start with the practice of pratyahar. Okay.
मुद्रा में सारी मुद्रा है डिटेल में आएगी आगे?
Not in 200 hours. Mudras are not discussed that much in detail.
Major.
Yeah, you have some mudras in your syllabus like Chin Mudra, Gyan Mudra, Anjali Mudra. I think all of these should be discussed. Yeah. Okay. So those are like, I don't know. I think you will have this in your pranayam class only, most probably. If not, then you will have it here with me. Okay. So then you go into the practice of pratyahar. Okay. Now you're withdrawing. And then you are getting in a place where you are now expanding the prana. When he says that, okay, now come into pranayam. So both in Hatha Pradipika and in 𝐏𝐻𝐿 Samhita, 8 pranayams are talked of, but there is a slight difference between both of them. Like the 6 are common for both of them and 2 are different. Okay. So you find the mention of 𝐘𝐵𝐿 over here in 𝐏𝐻𝐿 Samhita. Okay. Then you go into dhyan and then samadhi. So step by step after that, you go into these practices. So as per him, this was the order, and this is how you go step by step to reach the final goal. Okay. So this was your second text, which is 𝐏𝐻𝐿 Samhita. Any doubts so far?
I have one doubt, right? This Patanjali Yoga Sutra or any like Saptanga Yoga Sutra, it talks about the final stage of samadhi, right? But even like people after reaching samadhi, they don't get the enlightenment goal. So why they go when they stopped at samadhi and not given another step of moksha or this? Because like Buddha also attended 8 samadhi, right? But then also he was feeling something is missing, and then he went for practicing enlightenment. So is that after samadhi there is no particular path that needs to be followed, or it's a random path, that's why people don't talk about it or something? Just
Okay, first I will answer the second part of your question. So all of the questions like you have regarding dhyan or samadhi, all of these things are what they cannot be experienced, they cannot be perceived by the mind. Okay. So if you talk too much about it, if I intellectualize something, okay, one thing is because it is again like we translate from one language to another, some essence is lost. In that way, if I translate my experience from the experience to the word word form where people can understand it, it is very hard to put that in words. Okay. And second thing they realized was that it cannot be perceived by the mind, it is beyond the mind. So you, even if you get to read a lot about samadhi, there is only like you will only understand as much as you have progressed on your spiritual journey. One thing is that because all of us are looking at things from a perspective. Okay. And if okay, I tell you something XYZ, and you are sitting over here and you are just like, no, I don't. She's talking about something voodoo. So why is it like, one thing is, okay, for now I've eliminated the possibility that it is actually voodoo. I'm saying that it is actually there. Okay, whatever I'm talking about. So why is it that your mind is not able to understand it? Is because you have experientially not reached there. Okay, so no matter how much you study about it, your own experience is the one which will take you there. Okay, which will help you to understand, and then you will see that your understanding of all of those things will also become much more enhanced when you experience that thing. Now I keep talking about ice cream. I'm just like, okay, wow, I love ice cream and all of this, and you do not know what ice cream is, or you haven't ever tasted ice cream. So how will you understand what ice cream is? Yeah.
Mhm.
So one
Mhm.
thing is that. Second of all, samadhi is also of different types. Okay. So when I talk of samadhi, like when you read Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there are different types of samadhis he has talked of, and till a particular point you come back from samadhi. Okay. And after a particular point of time, it's like I'm playing a video game and I have crossed one level. Okay. So after I've crossed, say, level 10, okay, then I won't come back to level 0 the next game that I lose. Okay. If I suppose I lose level 11, I'll come back to 10 only. I won't go to 0. So same as the case with samadhi. So till a particular level, you will come back, you will go again, you will come back, you will go again. After a particular point of time, you will hit that stage where your practice will only go ahead from here. There is no coming back. Okay. And the final point of that practice of samadhi is called Kaivalya by Patanjali ji. And that is what you have to attain. Okay. That is the state that he says that the final goal is not samadhi, but Kaivalya. Okay. He's given this term to the
Mhm.
final experience, or you can say when you go into realization. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Hmm. Okay. So, yeah. So coming back, okay. So Saptang Yog Ghat Shuddhi is something you will find in this text of Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Now, oh, sorry, 𝐾𝐸𝐿 Samhita. So now there are certain, if you need certain books or you want to refer to certain books, so Hatha Yoga Pradipika by Bihar School of Yoga is pretty detailed. Okay. So a shlok would be given, and then you will find at least one page of discussion on what they're trying to say. So this is pretty detailed, this book. And 𝐾𝐸𝐿 Samhita also, they have given a commentary on 𝐾𝐸𝐿 Samhita also. Same. You'll find one book which is a commentary by Kaivalya. This is a pretty like a slim book, and if you want to read 𝐾𝐸𝐿 Samhita just for like knowing whatever is written in it, then I would say that you go with Kaivalya. Yeah, but if you want to understand in depth what is being talked of, then go for Bihar School of Yoga. Okay, so these are the books that you can refer when you are uh,
Uh, so when you say 𝐾𝐸𝐿 Samhita is like conversational style, so
hmm.
who are in this conversation exactly?
Okay, yeah, so uh, it's a conversation between 𝐾𝐸𝐿 Muni and there was this king, um, Chandakapali. Yeah. So it's a conversation between these two. So he came to 𝐾𝐸𝐿 Muni and he was just like, okay, give me all of this information. I'm not able to understand like how I go on the path of yoga. So then this entire knowledge is transmitted in conversation form where he is asking a question and then 𝐾𝐸𝐿 Muni is answering him and telling him the various techniques.
चांडुक्य उपनिषद is different ना, ये जो conversation is
Which Upanishad? Sorry.
चांडुक्य.
Okay, I haven't read that, but why was there why did you relate this with that? Like,
बिकॉज ये जो किंग का नाम आपने बताया ना, तो आई थिंक जो वो इसी में से कुछ पार्ट लिया गया हो शायद उसमें.
I'll read about this and let you know. I don't know.
आई एम नॉट श्योर, आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग यू.
Yeah, even I'm not sure. So I'll read about it and let you know. Okay. Okay, so I'll just pick up one more time pran and breathing, because yesterday we were discussing about it and there was some confusion. So pran is the vital force of the body. So breath is a form in which, like, the oxygen from the air around me is coming inside my body, and it is like, we can say, it is like it is a form of pran only, I can say, but like through the breath I can control my pran. Okay, so I can like put it as breath is the fuel for my pran. That is how I can also understand it. Okay, so that is why breathing exercises are given when pranayam is done, because they understood that the vital force of the body can be controlled through breathing, and breathing is something that I can control. Now if I sit in sadhana and I'm like a beginner level student and I say, okay, my pran should go in this body part, I want it over there, so will that happen for me? It won't happen for me, because I have just started my practice, and it doesn't happen for a lot of people. Like, even after very deep sadhana, gaining control over your pran is, and being able to direct it is, a very advanced practice. So breath is used over there, so it's a mode to control the pran. It's, we can say, a bridging gap. Yeah, so I can use my breath to control my prana. But on an advanced level, like yesterday, I attended a pranayam class, and Hrishikesh was talking about how Nadi Shodhan is eventually done without even the mudra. You just tell your like mind directs the body that the breath will go in through the left nostril, and it will. Yeah. So it's something similar to that. Eventually, you will gain control over your prana. But right now, you need the breath to gain control over it. And if you stop your breath, you can still be alive. Yeah, but without the pran, the body is not alive. Like, once the pran leaves the body, the person dies, but you can still hold your breath, remain without breathing for a while. Yeah, this has been talked of in the Taittiriya Upanishad. The Panch Koshas have been discussed in the Taittiriya Upanishad. So if you want to read more in depth about these concepts, you can either read that, or even in 𝐏𝐚𝐬-𝟕, you will see when the practice of pranayam is being introduced, then he talks of prana. Okay, so you can read the pranayam portion of 𝐏𝐚𝐬-𝟕 also. It will also throw a lot of light on what prana is, but for now it is hard to understand. Okay, as you go ahead in your study of yoga and read up more about it, you will get your own understanding of what prana means. Okay, so I would highly recommend self study for this particular part. Yeah, that is what I think will give you the most insight into the concept. Okay, but air is all around me and I can breathe in the oxygen, but pran is the vital force which is keeping my body up and alive, giving it all the actions. Yeah, so any doubts? Okay, great. So we'll end today's class. Everybody, back and neck straight. You can close your eyes. And just allow yourself to absorb this information. And now take one deep breath. Inhale deeply. and exhale deeply. We'll chant Om one time, followed by 3 Shantis. Inhale deeply for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Join both your hands together in front of your chest and just bow down, remembering any one incident from your past 24 hours that you are grateful for. Feeling that gratitude, mentally saying thank you. And now rub both the palms together. Keep them over your eyes. Slowly, while blinking and looking at your palms, open up your eyes with a smile. You can spread this energy on your body. And namaste to everyone. I will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.